Have you ever had a conversation outside of crypto talking about, how crypto is going to be X, Y, and Z for the global financial system and how it's being adopted by so and so? And, all of these people just look at you and they're like, yeah, sure, dude. Like, I'll believe you when I see it, blah, blah, blah. And then all of a sudden, even with the recent spike in the market, all of a sudden they all believe you now. But what's crazy is they don't want to believe you when things are flat, they're down, we're in the middle of a bear market. It's just so funny how things change like that. And that's exactly what I foresee happening once we really start to see the big adoption spike happen, right? As we really take a step back and we look at what a lot of these companies, like for example, Robinhood, are telling us, it's very clear that crypto and the tech behind it is going to be fully embedded within every single major process globally. We're talking about, business transactions, payroll, insurance, healthcare, the supply chain, everything that we think about, everything that we can think about will basically be touched by this technology because of the efficiencies behind it and the potential that it truly does unlock for everyday life. So with this being said, we have a lot to address in this video, but we're mainly going to be talking about derivatives and Ripple with XRP because this is what is planned. This is the big thing that everyone should be focused on. So with that being said, welcome to the channel, everyone. My name is Nick. For those that are new to the channel, hopefully by the end of this video, you do become a subscriber. And also, if you guys haven't already joined the free Discord, right, go down to the description below at the top. There's going to be a link for the free Discord. You guys have to join now because it is literally the best Discord out there for crypto. And I do stand by that. And you'll see once you join. Now, with that, let's dive on in. Here we have from Good Morning Crypto breaking. Robinhood CEO states crypto adoption is here. We're still very early in the adoption cycle of this new technology called crypto. We're 15 years into the birth of a brand new asset class, and early investors are set to profit most off crypto adoption. Which digital asset do you believe will have the highest returns in 2025? And check this out. This is from Robinhood.
Is combined to bring us to this $100,000 plus coin level. I understand the Trump pump. You might have come up with that phrase. I certainly understand even Jerome Powell's remarks yesterday, I think, when he compared it to gold. There was a lot of events simultaneously. The new SEC guy coming in, very accommodative, very supportive of this. But what made this click just now?
I think that if we're still very early in the adoption cycle of this new technology. I mean, despite ETF issuers being approved, not a lot of institutions have wanted to go into it. They've been conservative. They're waiting regulatory clarity. They want clear rules for the road.
But it's still in their mix of offerings, right? I mean, I'm talking about, let's say, investment firms that used to sort of skew all of this, or now it's in their list of offerings.
But they're early. They're early. I mean, if you look at the registered investment advisor market, they're now talking about getting crypto exposure, and that's a multi-trillion market, one that Robinhood is entering as well. Corporates, you're starting to hear more about companies putting Bitcoin and crypto assets in their treasury and on the balance sheet. You have talk of a Bitcoin strategic reserve held by the U.S. government.
Devoted to this. I mean, that would be a game changer.
Yeah, and if that were to happen, other countries would surely follow suit. And the argument is, if it is like gold, as Jerome Powell said, we have a gold strategic reserve. Why not contemplate diversifying that into cryptocurrencies? But I think the larger point is this is at the frontier of innovation in financial services. It's not just a tradable asset, but it's the next evolution of infrastructure, like how we went from mainframe to on-premise to cloud. Blockchain and crypto is the next step in that. And the question is, do we want the U.S. to be a leader in this new industry like we are in artificial intelligence? I think the answer is obviously yes. We want to continue to lead there. And for a while, we weren't sure whether the current administration didn't have that view, but the next one, I think.
And, he's 100% correct here, right? Like, as we really look at crypto adoption, it's going to continue to accelerate. Every single big player out there, we're seeing all the big moves, right? BlackRock, Fidelity, Wall Street's here. Wall Street wants crypto. They want to jump in on it. They want to get allocation towards it. We're starting to see, balance sheets with crypto on it. I mean, this is only going to continue, and we definitely are still in the early stages of, the full-on mass adoption of this technology. And, if we look at the next 5, 10, 15 plus years, I mean, it's going to be crazy to really watch this space grow because, at the end of this cycle, we might be at $5-7 trillion. It might even be $10 trillion. We don't know. But it's crazy because we have watched this space grow from practically nothing to be in this massive asset class. And if we're talking about tokenization of essentially everything, and if we're talking about, crypto ultimately moving money at the, speed of light and in a much more efficient way, and, the adoption of it's just going to take off. And if we're talking about that, right, the $1 trillion, the $3 trillion, the $5 trillion, or even the $10 trillion market cap of crypto is going to quickly snowball into 20, 30, 40, 50, $100+ trillion in a very quick time frame. And I don't think that people realize how fast that is going to happen. When we think about Robinhood, right? Robinhood currently has 24.3 million funded customers, 11 million active users, and $152 billion in assets under custody. And more recently, they just listed Pepe, Solana, Cardano, and even XRP. This goes back to November 13th. So now all of these customers can get access and exposure to crypto in a large way, specific crypto too, like XRP, for an example. But the big focus for me is the areas of finance that are screaming for help. Derivatives. Derivatives is a $715 trillion market by notional value. And this was at the end of June of 2023. And it was up 16% or 97 trillion since the end of December 2022. Now, the problem with derivatives is that no one can actually account for the value. A lot of what we see is estimated values. A lot of people said it's at 1.2 quadrillion, it's at 1 quadrillion, it's at 800 trillion, it's at 600 trillion. Like, nobody actually knows because nothing is transparent around this market. And also, derivatives carries high risk. This is a massive opportunity for blockchain. When we're thinking about derivatives, if this was all on-chain, tokenized, on-chain, you can now account for it. It's all transparent. It can trade. It can be swapped in a very efficient way. That's why a lot of these significant pieces of finance will live on-chain. The FX market is a $7.5 trillion per day market that is going to live on-chain. Everything that we know about finance, on-chain. It's happening now. We go over here. Big shout to Anderson. This goes back to September of this year. We are launching our own derivatives exchange in the next few months. So that's something we are most excited about and really hope to cooperate closely with Ripple there as well. This is Bitstamp. By the way, this video has now been removed off of YouTube. I wonder why. On top of this, we go over here. Robinhood is acquiring Bitstamp. Deal to be finalized in early 2025. Both Robinhood and Bitstamp will appear at Ripple Swell. Bitstamp has been the most prominent on-demand liquidity-enabled crypto exchange. Bullish on this relationship to continue after Robinhood acquires. And here you have the confirmation for approximately $200 trillion. And this is going to close in early 2025. I am very excited to watch this happen. And also to continue this conversation, here we also have Robinhood CEO. This goes back to, early, I want to say late August, early September. Here we have huge news. Robinhood has officially listed XRP in the USA, was reported by VetX0. Robinhood also is set to acquire Bitstamp for $200 million, further expanding its crypto portfolio, including plans for a Ripple-powered digital derivatives exchange on the XRP ledger. This strategic partnership is expected to accelerate crypto adoption globally. Are you bullish on XRP and Robinhood's bold moves post-SEC lawsuit? Check it out.
a business or an institutional investor, they also want access to the things we offer. You know, they want 24-hour access to the equity markets, they want industry-leading margin rates, a great customer experience. So over time, I do think you'll see us branching more out into serving other types of customers, not just retail, but also businesses and institutions. And, you know, to that end, we announced an acquisition of Bitstamp, a global crypto exchange. One of the things that's very attractive about that business is that it's not just international, but also institutional. It gets us access to an entirely new customer base that we're not directly serving today. I think we can do more and more of that over the next 10 years.
We are launching our own derivatives exchange in the next few months, so that's something we are most excited about and really hope to cooperate closely with Ripple there as well. In final stage of integration of really some top 30 commercial banks globally on Bitstamp as a service. So these commercial banks will offer crypto through Bitstamp. So that's definitely something we are very proud of.
And again, you know, this all incorporates XRP and the XRPL. It is becoming a very significant piece of the puzzle. And you know what's funny about all of this? This acquisition is set for 2025. In 2025, we see the big push on crypto regulations in the US. Ripple being a US-based customer, essentially, right? Or a US-based company, sorry. With XRP and the XRPL, they're at the forefront of this. It just makes sense. And you know what's crazier about all of this is, yes, this is still focused on derivatives. We go back to this post here, and this is from Chad Steingraber. Ripple and Bitstamp are launching their own digital derivatives exchange. Bitstamp, owned by Robinhood, will significantly accelerate Robinhood's crypto expansion worldwide, holding over 50 active licenses around the world. Yeah. This is very big for Robinhood. It's very big for Bitstamp, and it's very big for Ripple. And if we think about Ripple with the exposure to the derivatives market, let's go back to August 9th. Ripple joins the ISDA, or the International Swaps and Derivatives Association, standing shoulder to shoulder with financial titans like JP Morgan, Goldman Sachs, CME Group, and even BNY Mellon. Interesting. And this is all based around institutional members in 79 countries. Now, on top of this, if we actually look at the bottom, we could actually see that Ripple's inclusion to the ISDA opens doors to over 1,000 institutions worldwide. Even today, Ripple is still fully committed to providing institutional DeFi services to institutions based around tokenization. Derivatives will be tokenized on chain. Is this all a coincidence or is it connected? I don't believe in coincidences. If we go over here, new ISDA members, here we have all of the big players around the world, and of course, Ripple is one in the US. On top of that, if we go over here, Raul Advani from Ripple, prior to joining Ripple, he spent over 12 years in financial services, most recently as the head of public policy for APAC at ISDA. And of course, over here, ICMA, ISDA, GFMA joined Project Guardian tokenization project. So far, 24 regulated institutions have participated in the tokenization pilots, mainly on public blockchains. Interesting. All the public blockchains being tapped in, as I've mentioned many times, it's not about private, it's about the public blockchains. And last but not least, we have ISDA membership showcases categorized as digital assets, Ripple. Listen, the tokenization game right now is the only thing that you should be focused on. This is going to enable trillions to quadrillions of dollars on chain on these networks, creating a massive network effect. And I do believe that as we look back at Robinhood, specifically their CEO, telling us that crypto adoption is happening and that we're very early on, we really are, especially when we look at the overall market cap of crypto compared to the total addressable market. I am very excited about the future, and I'm very excited about what this will do for XRP and the XRPL. So with that being said, I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys did, definitely leave a like, subscribe, turn notifications on because I'm more free content. You guys are more than welcome to follow me on Twitter and join the free Discord down in the description below. And with that being said, guys, it's been Nick. Thanks for watching. Peace out.